I'm looking for a laid-back mom friend. Won't judge. Play dates. Doesn't get mad when I forget to text you back for 5 to 7 business days because I looked at the text and I was about to respond, but then the baby was crying and the toddler was about to off the counter, so I set my phone down and I completely forgot until a week later when I went to send you a funny TikTok and saw that I never responded in the first place.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we will see modern women expressing their expectations from men, claiming that they deserve high-value men. We'll also discuss how dating with modern women can be a disaster. We want to invite you to smash that like button. Let's support the movement. Subscribe to the channel. That's the only contribution we ask from you, man. Add your grain of sand to the movement. Share your experiences in the comments for any man who might need them. Without further introduction, let's begin.
Oh, I'm totally flexible as long as everything goes exactly the way I want it to go. I've had a chance to look at the menu ahead of time. I know where to park. I know the weather and the overall vibe for the day, so then I can pick out the perfect outfit. I've been given sufficient warning about who's going to be there, and I've had enough caffeine that I'm awake, but not too much that I'm like extra anxious. Other than that, totally flexible.
Okay, so you're telling me that I've not eaten all day, I've gone to the gym, I've come in and had an everything shower, and I mean fucking everything. I have shaved my body head to toe to every inch of its fucking life. I have moisturised and oiled up. I smell unreal. I even got a new perfume. I have spent over an hour doing my hair and makeup. I've had about 7 tantrums trying to pick a nice outfit. I've packed a bag. I've even got a matching fucking set on. I've left the house for him to text me to cancel and ask if it's okay to reschedule. I'm done.
This really angers a woman, that she prepares to give everything to Chad that night, and then he cancels on her and wants to reschedule the date. It's always explained here that the greater a woman's interest in you, the bigger the discount, because a woman will do anything for a man she genuinely cares about. Now, I want you to notice something. A woman feels anxious when going out with a man because she wants to have control of the date. That's why when a man takes her to a coffee date or a low-cost place, she gets upset. She spins on her appearance and expects you to put effort into the date. But here's the thing. The image is either to look beautiful for you or to try to get good photos for her Instagram. I always recommend that the first date be at a coffee shop. There are many beautiful cafes where you can have a date and spend little because the intention is to get to know each other, not to impress her simps on Instagram. Many women hate this as much as being canceled on because they don't get the good photo and they're not interested in you. You're not even worth the free meal. That's why, brothers, always go to the date thinking about your interests. If she refuses a humble date with you, at least don't be the simp who pays for the free meal.
There's one saying that has stuck by me for the last 10 years. Why this one has always really stood out to me. It's something that I so strive to do in my life. I neither have both, or I'm neither am both. But I don't know. When I finally make this happen, I feel like I'll be good. I'll be good in life. So yeah, basically since I was like 19, I've been saying it. 2 simple things. Porsche and a hot wife. I said it. It's out there. It's in the universe. It's coming towards me. Let me explain it, because you're probably like, what? Always wanted to be the hot wife. That ring on my finger, right smack there. Big fat ass rock. Being claimed by a man, not controlled by a man. Hold up. Being someone's person. Hot fucking wife. Skinny legend as well. And then the Porsche thing, I don't know why I've been obsessed with like Porsches for the longest time. I am a total Porsche girly. Like, sorry, none of that Cayenne shit. 911 girly, okay? Me rocking up, top down, my weaves in the fucking wind, and I'm just like, hey Sandra, how are the kitties? You didn't fucking call me, you wench. Anyway, that is the era, that is the manifestation, that is what I strive to be. I love it. Some people want to be a professional athlete. Some people want to go into marketing. I want to be the hot wife of some fucking sexy banker, hedge fund manager. We have this crazy passionate sex. We don't have any children because we're cool and we just feel like doing us. And I'm just his Porsche driving little babe, Porsche and a hot wife. It is as simple as that.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
And as the saying goes, dreaming costs nothing, but what's better than dreaming of being the hot wife driving a Porsche? And then they say they're not interested in money, but those are their dreams, you can't take them away. What makes me laugh is how women always want to have the great life without contributing anything. She wants to be the Porsche girl, not because she earned it by working, not because she put in the effort, not because she started a business, not because she helped a man improve himself. She wants a millionaire handed to her. As the saying goes, there are things money can't buy, but for everything else, there's pussy cards. That's why I say that a high-value man is the one who truly has the most value in the relationship. Because to achieve the same thing, you have to work for it, but they just have to be pretty. So never let a woman manipulate you if you're the one with the money, because you are the one who has true value here.
I always say that high-value men are more likely to be cheated on back. They just don't realize it, especially in Dubai.
Why?
Because the women they choose.
What?
The women, when you're a broke man, you're limited in terms of the women you can access.
Yeah.
You can only access the limited range of women. So you're only going to access a simple kind of woman because you're a simple man. That simple woman doesn't have many options. So you're both optionless and you're both good to go. You've got a connection, you're good to go. Now, if you are a high value man, let's say, for example, you're a George Clooney, you can access whoever you want in the world. No, whoever you want. So you could choose a Kim. If you're Kanye, you can choose a Kim. Do you think Kanye is the only rich man she knows?
No.
Do you think Kanye is the best she can get? She can get many of you. So what happens is, as a man becomes more successful, his criteria and selection of women becomes more provocative, promiscuous. It's usually the dream girl. That dream girl knows 10 of you.
Brother, the one with the demand gets to choose. For a man to be in the top 15% of the country, he has to bring a lot to the table, usually economically. For a woman to be around those men, she only has to be beautiful. But here's the thing. In 1 year, a man at that level can meet hundreds of beautiful women, but a woman will meet few men at that level. She has the competition of many women trying to catch that man's attention. Another thing is that over a 10-year period, that man can continue to increase his level, but a woman's beauty depreciates each year. Because every year, a beautiful woman turns 18. Just ask DiCaprio, the #1 creator of Alpha Widows. But to be one of those men, you must focus on yourself, work on your finances, your mind, and your body. Believe me, you have a wider window of time than a woman. You can work through your 20s and date a 20-year-old when you're in your 30s. That's the beauty of being a man.
I am currently manifesting a specific person. One of my favorite creators on manifestation and romantic relationships is Dylan James. I'm going to share something with y'all that he said the other day that clicked for me that I can share with you. He says when you're manifesting a specific person, you want to act as if you're already that person that has the thing that they want. Now, we hear this said all the time. But what this actually means when it comes to manifesting a specific person is not waiting around for that person to come back into your life. Who would Brianna be if she were living her life knowing that that man is going to show up into my life? I would be excited about life. I would be going on other dates. I wouldn't be worried about it. Because I feel like a huge misconception that we think about when manifesting a specific person is, do I go on other dates or do I not go on other dates? And it's not about going on the date itself. It's how does it make you feel? I think going on other dates helps us redirect our mind. And when you're focusing on self-concept, you can see how newer men are treating you and how that specific person is going to come back around. If you were already that woman who had their specific person, you would not be waiting and obsessing. And I loved that he said this. So again, all the credit to Dylan James. Go check out that video on his YouTube, and I hope this helps. I will also share with y'all when I have successfully actually physically manifested my specific person. It is very, very close.
Gotcha, bitch!
Can you imagine if a man released a video saying, while looking for your queen, date different toads to get to know yourself? This man would be burned all over the internet by the purple-haired group. But since it's a woman, it's okay to say, while manifesting the man of your dreams, go out and entertain yourself with the man of the moment. In a previous video, I mentioned the problem of choice that women face when they have so many options. This makes it difficult for them to choose one man, so they have to try several. That's why you see that on dating apps, conversations rarely go beyond 2 to 4 messages because she's talking to 7 others. She has demand. That's on Tinder, but there's also Bumble, Instagram, Facebook dating, and many more. In all of them, she has men behind her, choosing a man like that. But not just that, as a man, how do you feel knowing that you ended up with a woman who dated many others and that you are the man she manifested, with a body count higher than 30? And you were the lucky one, the beta provider, the savior of women? This must fill you with pride, right? I'll read your comments.
Here are some extreme red flags that I consider deal breakers when dating, and you will not be hearing from me if you have any of these. Men who tell me that hygiene is a huge deal breaker for them, because that's basics. And that tells me that you have had some issues in the past with some fishy. But the number one thing to know when dealing with that issue is that it's your fault. See, women's areas are actually self-cleaning, and they do that by themselves. The issue that there is that creates this smell that men complain about is that they're not clean. They don't practice proper hygiene, okay? So once y'all wash your hands and wash your little areas, then you can talk to me about hygiene, okay? Another big one is body counts. We will not be discussing that ever. That's just like the most immature topic of conversation to ever exist. And I'm not here for the misogyny. Another one is a specific book. If you have read The 48 Laws of Power, I don't even want to be friends with you. Please just exit stage left out of my life. I never want to hear from you again. I never want to even smell you in my vicinity. If we're on a date, I will ask a question. How do you feel about therapy? Your answer is very important. Basically, if it's anything besides, I love it, I'm a huge proponent, I think everybody should be in therapy, that's the only correct answer. If we're getting to know each other and I tell you that I enjoy cooking and you ask me when I'm going to cook for you, by using the word crazy to describe any of your exes, because you were probably the problem. Some honorable mentions are if you are outside more than 2 days a week, if you have a really weird attachment to your guy friends, it's more important to you to make them happy than your partner. Having an issue with extreme FOMO, you need to be in the mix and you need to be involved. Yeah, you're not for me, thank you. I mean, that's basically everything that I can think of. I think there's probably more. I'm sure there's more, but those are the big ones for me.
What? What the fuck?
A 30-year-old woman setting conditions is nothing new under the sun. But now I ask myself, what do you offer? Because your red flag is surely out of the standards that the man you want has to meet, and then you wonder why you're single. The body count, although of interest to us men, if you ask a woman about it, that date is over. If therapy is important to her, that question makes me suspect that someone sent her to therapy at some point, and it was probably Chad. I won't argue about hygiene because it's something essential for any human being. But a red flag for me is if you ask me how important my friends are to me. This indicates to me that you are one of those women who want to separate a man from his inner circle to make him emotionally dependent on you. This is dangerous. Many men fall into this trap, leaving their friends and social circles for a woman. This allows her to always get into your head. You never get to see a different point of view because you have no one to clarify what's happening to you. It's manipulation. Besides, if she breaks up with you, you'll always end up crying because you have nothing left. Brothers, never leave your friendships for a woman unless they are toxic, because I tell you, this only makes a man emotionally codependent on the woman. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What are your red flags with a woman? Who do you think is more valuable in the relationship, the high-value man or the beautiful woman? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.